getting consistent performance is you have to have a systemized process to get this to work for you. And there are 4 key disciplines to making this work. And this is how it works. So you have to have processes in place to drive people to take action. So in order to get traction and in order to get that consistent performance, you have to have these 4 disciplines in your business. I cannot stress this enough. And, you know, when we talk about the results that I see in other businesses and that certainly Lucy got on her team and we were able to get in our business, it was purely because we followed this system. So every year, or for every person as well as the business, there would always be a 12-month goal and vision. So what's our objective for the year as a business? And then for the individuals, we would always set what is it that you want to achieve this year? What's that annual figure that you want to achieve? And specifically, why is that important to you? We then broke that down. So you start with a bigger vision. We then broke that down into, we used to call them quarterly, but Nikki and I call them 90 days. We then broke that down into a 90-day goal. So you take it from your annual and you chunk that down into a 90-day objective. So what's the 90-day goal that we want to achieve? And specifically, what are the key priorities that need to happen in that quarter that will drive us towards our annual goal? Then from there, within the quarter, you've got your quarter objectives, and how do they cascade into a monthly objective? And then from your monthly objective, you've got 1 or 2 key priorities that you want to focus on this month, based on my 90-day goal, that on a week by week, what are those 3 key priorities I need to focus on this week that will enable my monthly goal to happen, that will enable my 90-day plan to be realised, that leads into my 12-month goal. What happens is when you use it, each one cascades into the next. So how many people here feel like they have a one-to-one with a consultant, but they feel like every week or every month they're talking about something new? Like it's a new agenda, it's a new topic. When you follow this structure and your 90-day goal is what you talk about on a monthly, is then what you talk about on a weekly, they all form one plan. So rather than having, I've got weekly objectives, but then I want to talk to them about their quarterly goal, but the two don't actually link up. And then when I talk to them about what they want to achieve in a year, that's a different goal as well. So what ends up happening is you feel like you've got all these sets of different goals, and it's like, well, which one are we talking about today? Are we talking about my quarterly, or are we talking about my weekly? This is where it gets confusing for you, and it gets confusing for your team members. Whereas, even if you start here for every consultant, and you start with a 90-day plan, but then when you meet them on their one-to-one every month, you're talking about the 90-day plan goal. It's not a different goal, it's the same goal, but just you're talking to them about where are you this month and what needs to happen this month to link into that goal. And then if you talk to them during the week and you have a touch point with them, so just remember, what's your 90-day goal? Okay, so what are the key 3 priorities that you're focusing on this week that link back to your 90-day goal? It is so much easier for you to manage, to break down for people. It keeps it simple and it makes it happen. The reason why most people don't achieve what they want to achieve is because these things don't link upwards and downwards. Does that make sense to everybody?